It's time for a book review! Ta-da! Yes, I know what you're thinking. It's a book called The Sex Club. When I was asking people which of my huge stack of books to read, of course they say this one, because people are sex obsessed. But that's not the thing I noticed when I picked it up. See this? That's a Bible she's reading. I assume that's a girl anyway. So, well, most people are like, hey, sex. I'm like, hey, Bible. And I was right, and they were wrong. There's actually not as much sex as you'd expect from a book that's called The Sex Club. There's a lot more of this crap going on, with all the crazy sex stuff in it. So, let's read out the blurb for you. Ooh, see, sale. Sale, can you see it? Oh, there we go, $2. I paid $2. That's the problem with walking past sales with ridiculous prices. Ended up with this huge stack of books now that I read them all. At least the good ones. This one was a good one. I actually finished it, which doesn't happen with a lot of books at the moment. I get a bit tired. Anyway, so, blurb. A pipe bomb explodes at a birth control clinic. This is where all the cool stuff's coming. So it's set in America, and you've got a birth control clinic. I wonder what's going to feature in it. Then a young client turns up dead in a dumpster. Kara, the clinic nurse, discovers that the girls' Bible group is sharing more than the good news. Ooh! Confidentiality keeps her from telling the police, so she digs for the truth on her own, becoming the bomber's new target. Meanwhile, Detective Jackson races to find the killer, fearing that his own daughter could be next. But his investigation is blocked by power politics at every step. Can Jackson uncover the killer's shocking identity in time to stop the slaughter? So right away, there's some awesome American bullshit going on in this. You hear about those protesters who go up to those women's clinics and are all like, no abortion, save the babies so they can go off and fight our wars, kind of crap. Once they grow up, no one cares about the babies anymore. Suddenly they're a waste of space and bludgers and sinners. But no, when you're a fetus, everyone loves you. At least that's how it seems for those guys. So yeah, it's got this wonderful mix of obsessive, conservative, fundamentalist jerks, combined with repression and sex and crazy shit going on, and ultimately it's a crime novel, which is not what you get so much from the cover. You get it from the blurb, but you're kind of like, hey, how does this turn into, oh yeah, there's a bomb, and someone's dead, but I'm so distracted by the title that I can't even imagine how it's going to be a crime thing. But it's a really good book, and I really enjoyed it, and, yeah. It's not entirely innocent, but they do leave out some of the more, whoa, details, and so I was able to read it. I think if they went a little bit too into it, there was a book that someone lent me that had heaps of sex in it. And this is before I even had a boyfriend, and if you remember back then, I was like, no. And I don't know how I got through that book, but that was, this one's heaps better. And it's interesting, and unlike a lot of movies and TV shows today, the sex in this actually has a purpose. And it's so amusing because you hear about this stuff in America all the time, with the crazy cults that arise. I don't know, why does America end up with so many cults? Is it just the large population thing? Or are Americans just that much crazier for religion than Aussies? Don't know. Yeah, crazy American cults, fundamentalists, makes you think of some of the Westboro assholes, and then kids going off and going fuck the parents, and then some of the parents who claim to be all good and stuff being a little bit naughty, and religious fervor, and yeah, a whole bunch of American stuff, politics in it. I really enjoyed it. I really did. I did feel a bit awkward on the bus reading a book called The Sex Club, and I'm just sitting there going like this, and I wonder if I should hide that cover a little bit, because it was a bit awkward. But then again, I look like I'm crazy, so who cares? But yeah. And it's got quite a feminist kind of theme, because, I mean, you know, Planned Parenthood, it's more an issue for the chicks who are going to get pregnant than it is for dudes. Dudes don't really give a fuck. Or maybe that's all they do. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I swear a lot more than I used to, I think. So there's the feminist aspect. But, like, towards the end, it's just, like, it's actually really sad if you've grown up in that kind of, you know, really, really strict family. I mean, I grew up in a Catholic household, fairly conservative family, but nothing as bad as this. And, like, I know that sometimes that actually does happen in America. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, I think I'm sort of rambling on. Hope's a little bit unhappy because I took him to the vet, and he's all like, I got needles stuck in me and I have to swallow things, and I like to go to strange places, and I'm so anxious, and yeah, I should probably go to bed. But I've been working on girl band stuff. That's got nothing to do with the review, does it? Okay, I'm just going to go to bed. Good book, worth reading.